Welcome back. I'm Ronnie Knuckles, and this is episode 2 of the SEO course that I put together for home service-based businesses. In episode 1, we talked about what SEO is, AEO, and GEO, and today we're going to pull it all back and look at how Google AI overviews and chatbots like ChatGPT actually work. Here's the thing. Once you understand what these systems are looking for, SEO stops feeling like some kind of mystery or something mystic, and it becomes logical and something that you can actually do. So we're going to break it down in plain English. We're not going to use any kind of complicated algorithms, just the core principles that you need to know. Let's start with Google because, like it or not, it is still the biggest player in the search game. Think of Google like a massive library with billions of books. But instead of books, there are websites. And instead of a librarian, Google uses robots called crawlers. You might sometimes hear them referred to as like spiders. They constantly read every page on the internet. So here's what happens when someone searches for dumpster rental near me or HVAC repair near me. Step 1 is Google bots are constantly crawling and visiting websites. They're reading the content, looking at images, checking links. They're trying to understand what your website is about. Step 2 is they index. Indexing takes all of the information and files it away in a massive database. It's like creating a card catalog for every single page on the internet. And the final step is ranking, and this is the big one. This is the one that matters. When someone searches, Google looks through its index and it decides which pages that it wants to show first, and it's making this decision based on 3 main factors. Question 1 is relevance. Is this page related to whatever the person is searching for? If someone searches for dumpster rental, Louisville, Kentucky, Google looks for pages that mention dumpster rental, so the service, Louisville, the location, and then maybe some other related terms like 20-yard dumpster, roll-off dumpster, that kind of thing. If they search for something like AC repair, Louisville, Google looks for the same kind of thing, AC repair, air conditioning repair. These are the keywords that they're parsing out. Then it's going to look for location, and then it's going to look for some other related terms, maybe emergency repair or residential, commercial, and so on. This is why keywords still matter. You need to use the same language that your customers are using. Now, with that said, things are changing. The second question that you need to consider here is authority. So Google's going to look at, can I trust this website? And they're looking for legitimate businesses, trustworthy businesses. And so how do they determine trust? First is backlinks. When other reputable sites link to you, it's a vote of confidence. A link from your local chamber of commerce, that tells Google that you are an established business in your market. Positive reviews. The more the better, and really the more consistent you get them, the better. These reviews signal that you are trusted by local customers. Consistent information. So your business name, your address, and your phone number, they match everywhere online. You don't have a lot of inconsistencies. And your website quality. Does your website look professional? Does it load fast? It isn't spammed, full of keyword stuffing. These are trust signals that are going to help you. The third question is user experience. Will people have a good experience on your website? Google tracks what happens after someone clicks. Do they stay on your site, or do they hit the back button immediately? Does your site load quickly on mobile or on tablet? Is the information easy to find? Do people take action on your website? Do they call you or fill out a form or send you an email? Google's entire job is to match searches with the most relevant, authoritative, and user-friendly pages. That's it. Everything we do in this course is designed to check those boxes. If you're relevant, authoritative, and provide a good user experience, you will consistently rank on Google. It's as simple as that. Now, I want to talk about something a little bit newer, which is Google's AI overviews. There is a debate on whether this will become kind of the more popular version or if it'll eventually fade away. But either way, you have probably seen these. And you have searched for something like, what size dumpster do I need for a garage clean out? Or why is my AC blowing warm air? And instead of showing you links, Google generates an answer at the top of the page. Google's AI is doing something here called Answer Engine Optimization, or AEO, which we talked about in the first episode. It's reading multiple websites, it's indexing and understanding the content, and then synthesizing an answer. And here's what makes AI overviews different from regular search. Difference number one is that it looks for direct answers. Traditional SEO. So there are 10 websites about dumpster sizes, or here are 10 websites about AC problems. For the AI overview, it would say something like, for a home renovation, you typically need a 20-yard dumpster, and here is why. Or your AC is blowing warm air because of low refrigerant, a dirty filter, or a faulty compressor, and here's how you diagnose that. The AI is extracting specific facts and presenting them directly. The next difference is that it cites multiple sources. You see these sites on the right? Those are citations for this AI overview. The AI pulled information from 3 to 5 different websites and it combined them into one answer on the left. Your goal is to be one of these cited sources. The next difference is that it prioritizes clear and structured content. This is super important. AI loves content that is structured like this. So do you see the difference? The second examples are specific, direct, and easy for AI to understand and extract. So to optimize for AI overviews or for AEO, you need to answer questions directly and clearly. Use headers and bullet points. This structure will help AI parse out your content. You need to be specific with numbers, sizes, and pricing. You need to cover topics comprehensively. The AI will pull from pages that fully answer the question that is being asked. When we get to the content creation episode, I'm going to show you exactly how to write for both humans and for AI. Okay, so here's the final piece of the puzzle. AI chatbots like ChatGPT, Claude, and Perplexity, these are generative engine optimization tools, GEO, which again we talked about in the first episode. It's a little bit different. So let me show you what happens when I ask ChatGPT, I need a dumpster rental company in Nashville, Tennessee. Who do you recommend? By the way, you could also make this anything. Like I need a reliable HVAC company in Nashville for AC installation. Who should I call, right? So you can use your service and your city. Now watch what it does here. ChatGPT is doing something fascinating. It's not just showing me search results. It's acting like a knowledgeable friend who is giving me advice on who I should choose. It might say, based on customer reviews and online presence, here are some highly rated options in the Nashville area, and then list the companies out and the reason why that they are good. Now here's how it decides on who to recommend. Factor 1 is online presence. The AI has been trained on a massive amount of internet data. If your business has a well-maintained website with good content, you have a presence in local directories or in national directories like Yelp, Yellow Pages, and so on. By the way, there are thousands of these out here. If you have articles or blog posts written about your business and you are very active on social media, then the AI has something to go off of and it knows that you exist and it has the information it needs to share information about you to someone looking for your service. If you barely exist or you're extremely inconsistent online, the AI has nothing to recommend. It's not that it doesn't want to recommend you, it's just that you aren't giving it information for you to show up when searches are made. Now, AI chatbots pay attention to a few things. One is customer reviews and what people say in them. It's not just the review itself, it's what people are saying inside of that review. How are you described on third-party sites? So think like Reddit. How are you showing up in Reddit forums? Your own content and what you say about your services, your values, your expertise. Mentions in local news, business articles, community sites. The AI uses all of this information and it begins to build a picture of your reputation. If its signals are positive and consistent, you will begin to get recommended. The third factor here is the helpfulness of your content. We've already kind of briefly touched on this, but here is something interesting. AI chatbots love businesses that provide value and educate. If your website has articles like, what size dumpster do I need? Right? You're giving a comprehensive guide to different types of projects. What can you put in a dumpster and what can't you put in a dumpster? You're setting rules. Why is my AC not cooling? And here are 7 common causes. You're actually giving a troubleshooting guide or how to choose the right AC unit size for your home. You're giving a sizing guide. The AI learns from your content, and when someone asks a question, it might reference your website as a helpful resource. This is powerful. So think about this. You become the source of knowledge. You aren't just getting recommended anymore. You're becoming the authority in your market for the service that you offer. And this is why content marketing isn't just about SEO anymore. It's about teaching AI systems to see you as the expert so that you are the one that gets recommended. Now, I really want to show you the difference between businesses that are invisible to AI and those that are optimized to show up for it. A business that is invisible to AI has a basic website with mainly contact information, maybe a little bit about their service, and their pricing. They're just straight to the point, not well optimized. They don't have a blog for educational content. They have very few or very little reviews, maybe none at all. They're not listed in many directories, if any, and they are rarely mentioned anywhere online. Another point here is that they are not active on social media consistently. One that is optimized for AI has comprehensive and well-optimized websites with value-adding service details. They have educational blog posts answering common questions, 20-plus reviews with detailed feedback, and they are getting more reviews consistently. They are listed in at least 10 local and industry-style directories. They have an active Google business profile, and they are mentioned in their local chambers of commerce, supplier sites, industry sites, and so on. The business on the right, that's the one that ChatGPT and Claude are going to recommend. That's the one that shows up when people ask for help. As I mentioned in episode 1, everything you do for traditional SEO is going to help you with GEO. They overlap very heavily. So if you watched episode 1, you will remember this Venn diagram. These are 3 different systems, but they are all looking for very similar things. Google Search wants relevant content with the right keywords and authority signals like backlinks and reviews, and a good user experience. AI overviews want clear and direct answers to questions, well-structured and comprehensive content, and authoritative sources to cite. And chatbots want rich online presence with helpful information, strong reputation signals, and content that generates expertise. Now, here is the beautiful part about this. When you optimize for one of these, you are optimizing for all of them. When you write a helpful blog post about dumpster sizes, Google ranks it, AI Overview cites it, and ChatGPT learns from it. You get a backlink from your local chamber of commerce, Google sees this as authority, and AI systems see it as legitimacy. When you earn 5-star reviews that explain why you're so great at what you do, Google is going to trust you more, and AI chatbots are going to recommend you confidently. These are all connected. So here's what you need to focus on. And we'll cover each of these in detail in upcoming episodes. Create relevant and helpful content. We're going to cover this in episode 6. Build authority through backlinks and citations. We're going to talk about this in episode 8. Optimize your Google business profile. This is coming up in episode 4. Structure your website clearly. We're going to talk about this in episode 5. Get and showcase customer reviews. This will be in 2 episodes, actually, 4 and 9. Answer questions directly and thoroughly, episode 6. And when you do these things consistently, you will rank in Google and you will get featured in AI overviews, and chatbots will begin to recommend you. In episode 3, we're going to do something very practical. I'm going to teach you how to do keyword research. I'm going to show you exactly how to find the keywords and phrases that your customers are using when they search. You can't optimize for relevance if you don't know what people are actually searching for. That's what we're going to tackle in the next episode. Thanks for watching episode 2. If it's starting to click for you, whether you own a dumpster rental business or an HVAC business or a roofing company, whatever kind of business that you own, hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss episode 3. Drop a comment below. What surprised you most about how Google and AI actually work? Are you in dumpsters or are you in HVAC? I'd love to hear what kind of industry you're watching from. I'm going to read every comment. And in episode 3, we're going to help find the money-making keywords and the exact search terms that your customers are looking for. So let's keep building together. See you on the next episode.